Turn it on.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Oh, I don't have to introduce myself. Great. Welcome. You're going to have a great time with Todd. And I have some cleanup issues. So first of all, after you listen to Todd, please fill out this. This is just a review. Just let me know did you like what he said? And there are about 4 questions here, so it's very short. And then, if you want copies of anything, please feel free to fill out this information sheet so I can send you an email copy of what was done this weekend. And the final thing is, once I get this back from you, you will get a certificate. And the certificate just basically says, congratulations, you have enjoyed Todd today. Now, this gentleman is a native of Louisville, Kentucky. He has a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from Purdue, an MBA in international finance from USC, and was a fellow of the Consortium for Graduate Studies in Management. Todd is a proud member of many national organizations such as the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, the National Black MBA Association, the National Sales Network, and the National Brotherhood of Skiers. He is the current Vice President of Membership of LA Council, so he knows what I do. And he's the Operations Improvement Chair of the Western Region NBS, but just recently got elected treasurer.
They're
He is-
trusting you with money?
At least the books.
He is also instrumental in growing his own club, Snowbusters, and has held many positions. Todd has led many growth seminars on behalf of our skiing community, and it is with pride that I have him here today to lead this workshop. The title is, Who Are You and Who Cares? Building and Supporting Your Brand. This insightful exchange will inform ski club and council leaders on how to manage the brand of their organization with a myriad of stakeholders that are watching. Although organization leaders do not have total control of their brand, it is upon you to control what you can. Prepare to take notes and take charge. And without further ado, Todd Hood.
Thank you. I want to thank, wow, there's a bunch of folks now. I want to thank all of you all, and if you will hear my southern accent, it'll come and go every once in a while, so you'll hear 5, 9, high school, you know, those types of things. So just bear with me. If you can't understand a word that I said, just say, huh? You can do that. Again, thank you all for coming and participating, but mostly, before I get started, I want to thank you all for changing lives. A lot of times you, as leaders of councils and clubs, you get stuck in the weeds. And a lot of times you get upset because your administration may not operate the way you would like for them to operate. As a matter of fact, how many council leaders do we have in the audience? Good. Very good. And then how many club leaders do we have? Okay. And then what are the rest of you all doing?
We were.
That's a good point. How many founders of clubs or councils do we have? Founders.
60.
Very good. Wonderful. And then presidents. How many are presidents here?
Current or past?
Actually, good point. Current and past.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. How many people have been in their club or council for less than 5 years? See, so there is new blood. We have growth, right? Okay. How many are 5 to 10 years, club or council? Not bad. 10 to 25 years. Or, I'm sorry, 11 to 25 years. And then greater than 25 years. Those, wow.
Wow.
We don't look it, do we?
Okay, you surprised me. Let me tell you why you surprised me. Not the folks that were greater than 25, you didn't surprise me, I knew. But the fact that we have a good dissection, we've got a good range here. And that is one of the things that I want us to really tap into. The fact that we do have new blood, the fact that we have veterans. And if you think about, a lot of times the veterans push out the new blood. And I don't know if that's what's happened or happening in your clubs or your councils, but we're going to talk more about that when we get more into the branding. But I did want to say, I mentioned changing lives, that you all, thank you for changing people's lives. Would you agree that getting married is a life-changing event? Okay. I'm not going to deal with the outside of the, but then would you agree that meeting someone that is a lifelong friend is a life-changing event? Traveling with someone that you can travel with for the rest of your life, that's a life-changing event. Dating some really good people, life-changing event, right? Do you know people who have met their spouses through your club or your council activities? Yeah. So right there, you've changed people's lives. And don't get caught up in the fact that people aren't showing up when you want them to show up. They don't hand in their report when they when you want their report handed in or when it's due. Recognize that there's a bigger picture that you are committed to, and that is changing people's lives. Now that is something that we all have in common. All of us, all of our organizations. So your mission is much bigger than that fundraiser, even though that fundraiser is key. Your mission is much bigger than the next meeting, getting that agenda set up. Your mission changes people's lives. Your administrations help change people's lives. So recognize that, appreciate that, and congratulate that. But don't tell people in your brand, we changed your life, because they're scared. They'd be scared of that. They'd think, wait a minute, you're talking about some type of cult. But guess what? We kind of are. I mean, we get up early in the morning, meet at the bottom of the lift chair, and go up and celebrate fresh tracks. That's kind of culty. But to recognize, though, that your mission is, whatever your mission is on paper, whatever your stated mission is on your website, that's fine, and that's what you're about. But recognize that you do change people's lives. So, okay, enough of Todd preaching. I'm going to now go into our presentation. So we're going to talk about who are you and who cares, and building and supporting your brand. And eventually, one of these slides are going to change. So, ski clubs, they're all the same, right?
Wrong. No.
There's not. But you go skiing, you take people on ski trips, and then you come home, right?
No.
So I'm preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
We have different demographics. We have different age, different races, different cultures. We have different types of events, different activities, different trips. Some people focus on week-long trips. Some people do those quick hit trips. We have different communication styles. Some people mail their newsletters. Some people email their newsletters. Some people don't have newsletters. Some people have call chains and phone trees. So how you interact, some people do meetups and have websites. Some people have old websites. Some people need newer ones. Some people are communicating through text messages. So how your organization and then the impact to the community. Some people are very focused on community activities. Some people, some clubs focus on youth. Some focus on disabled skiers or challenged skiers. And but we all do things, we may do some of the same things, but we may do them differently. So, what are we going to do here today? We're going to talk about, again, building and supporting your brand. We're going to start off with, what is a brand? Who are you? Who are your organization? Who cares? We're going to talk more about that. And then, how can we get them to care more? Now, this is going to be interactive. Everyone has an index card, and I'm going to give you instructions on what we're going to do with those cards. Oh, sorry. Yes, you didn't.
We don't have it back here.
Jane, if you could. Thanks. But when you leave out of here, I want you to walk out with a better understanding of who your organization is, so that you can take that back to your leadership of your administration, what you're about, understanding who cares about your organization, and then have some ideas about how you can increase that level of engagement. Does that sound like a good way to spend the next, 75 minutes I think we might be in? Good?
Yep.
All right, very
Get
good.
out early?
What's that?
Can we get out early?
Can we get out early? We might. Okay, so what is a brand? So your brand tells people who you are, what you care about, what you do, how you behave or misbehave, and then why you exist. Does everyone agree with that? It instructs what people know about you and what they can come to expect about you, and then how they can interact with you. So your brand is comprised of, I like to say, the senses. How you sound, what the name of your organization is. How you look, what are your graphics? Let me ask again, our graphic designers, who are the graphic designers good. And website designers, who are the website designers? Very good. I'm going to be using you guys in a little bit. Get ready. So then, and then the events that you host. What do you do? And then how you behave. I like to call that how you taste. What is an experience like when you go on a trip with your organization? So what's in a name? Our organization names can be geographic, such as the Arizona Ski Council. They could be affiliated with a company or with a ski resort. I use the example of Hughes Ski Club. And then it could also be an activity or an interest. I liked this name, the Boda-Baggers. I said, oh boy, that says a lot, right? And then, or it could be a hybrid of that. And we have Mountain High Snow Sports Club, the club that really skis. That says something, doesn't it? And then, of course, the Bay Area Snow Sports Council. So think about what your name says. Now, I'm not here to say go change your name. I want you to just understand how the name ties in to your brand. Now, there are some clubs that have changed their name from Ski Club to Ski and Snowboard Association, or to Ski and Sports, or to the sports councils or snow sports, etc., in order to embrace more of the activities that you're supporting. Now, here are some brands, some logos that you'll find that some logos tell you what they are. So look here. Does anyone know what the hot donuts now is?
Krispy Kreme.
Hot dog. That's my face. And when I see that sign, I just get excited, don't I, Bill? So what you see, 70 Plus Ski Club, that tells you what they are, right?
Man, you're not kidding.
And then, of course, Starbucks coffee, everybody knows. Where's the nearest Starbucks around?
Right around the corner.
Well, I'll tell you right there. We're gonna know that. Fabulous. Then there are logos that tell you who they are, but don't tell you what they are. They expect that you know what they are. Everybody knows. So the Ritz-Carlton, what does that brand mean to you?
Fancy.
Fancy? Pricey?
Upscale.
Upscale, exactly. Bentley, similar situation. Jaguar, Playboy, sorry. Put that in there. But we know what each of these companies do, right?
Yeah, what's Yum? What's Yum?
Oh, fabulous, wonderful, glad you asked. Yum brand, they now own the KFC, Taco Bell, etc. So,
Because there's a young state.
I didn't know that.
then there are some logos, they don't tell you what they are, they don't tell you who they are, there are no words to
Know
describe.
that one?
You know that one.
I know several, like Chanel.
Which one's that? Is that the upper left?
That's the lower right.
Or is it the stone?
Olympic.
What's that one in the far
She'd
left?
have a big pocket with dollar mark on it.
AT&T.
What's the one on the bottom right?
Bottom right?
Coco
Or you can think of this. Very good.
John Deere band.
Uh-oh, we've got some notable Far West Ski Association logos. Does anybody know people from any of these clubs?
Yeah.
Yep. Snowbuster, so the only one you put down.
I didn't have enough space to, I tried to pick different clubs from different councils. That Ski Hawaii one, do we have anybody from Hawaii?
No, but they're in our council.
And then
in our
Arizona one.
Northwest Council.
Let's go there for a meeting.
Yeah, this is Hawaii for,
Yeah, for this
Convention.
meeting. Let's get together.
Now, of course, there are, everybody has, these are just some that I picked out just to show. But the concept is to look at your logo, understand in conjunction with your name and your logo to understand what that's communicating. So the ONC there, who, is there anyone from?
Oregon Nordic Club. I'm not from it, but.
Okay, very good. And isn't that kind of a neat logo? Oregon Nordic Club. Tells you exactly what they are. Well, you have to figure out, ONC. It gives you it makes you ask a question. What's that? But you know that they're doing cross-country skiing or Nordic skiing. Now, the third thing is events that you host. So what are some of the, here you'll see, this is the Tequila Express trip. How about that? That tells you, okay, yeah. So then you could actually look at the types of events that you host or that your organization hosts, and that's going to tell a bit about your organization. Now, I see some people nodding. Do you, if you think about the events that your organization hosts, does it line up with the type of brand that you would think for your club? Yeah? And then how you behave at your events. That's a big one. So, is your organization high energy or are you more moderate? Do you focus on large groups or is it more intimate typically? Then are you fun loving or are you up in the morning at the lift chair and then we're not going to happy hour because we got to get up first thing in the morning. Those, again, how your organization behaves. And then the quantity of activity. Do you have something every week that your organization is sponsoring? What type of, or maybe not sponsoring, but promoting, let's say. So now let's look at what's a successful brand. I assert that a successful brand aligns to the truth. And that's going to give you the ability to deliver what you're promising. So if you're able to deliver what you're promising, you're then going to be more consistent and people know what you are about. And it's going to remain over time. So here are some benefits of having a successful brand. When people know what you're about, they can come to you for what they need to get their needs met. And that's what we do, is we're helping meet people's needs. They can make a win-win decision. When they come expecting what you deliver it, they win, you win. They're going to have satisfaction, and they're going to go tell other people that if you need to do this, here's the place to get it done. And then efficiency. If you focus on what you are working on, then you can become better at it, as opposed to trying to be everything to all people. And it becomes more profitable because you are good at it. You know how to do it. And people come to you for that. And then because they're happy, you're talking loyalty on the long run. Does that make sense? Yeah? So, now we're getting into who are you? And do you know? Sometimes we may think we know who we are, or we may know who we want to be, but we may not be ready for being who we want to be. So we have to be honest. And we want to listen to our members and understand what our members believe, what public opinion says. Understand what you're good at and recognize that and embrace that. And then have regular events and activities that support that. And look where your profitability is. Because what profitability is, this is what people are paying you to help them do. If you have, there are certain events that you're going to be, that are going to be more profitable for you because people are saying, I want to attend that. I want to come and have that happen. I want to be a part of that. And then social successes. What have you seen to be successful in the past? Those are indicators of what your brand is. And then understand what attracts your audience. And listen to your board. Challenge them to say, what is our brand? I think it makes sense to every couple years, 2 to 3 years, to just do a reassessment of, you know, where are we, what are we about? Who does retreats? Do you have board retreats or really?
Really?
Okay, that's kind of surprising. Okay, yeah. When I say a retreat, let me describe it. You take your board off and you go and do planning for the year. So it might be a planning session, but strategic planning. Who does events like that? Okay, great. Then, as well, as I mentioned, what are the large sources of revenue? Let me ask just a few people, what events are your main events? The things that, just give me a couple of examples of some events that your club or council are just great at. Yes?
We do a yearly auction. So we auction off, people provide dinners or trips or items, and then a portion of it goes to the club and a portion of it goes to our disabled sports.
Oh, okay. And the auction is a social event?
It's a social event.
Sort of a party as well as an auction, or?
It's the same date as our annual meeting in November, but everyone knows it is November, and then even individuals who can't come, we write them a letter and say if they'd like to support, you know, continue to support the club or whatever, then they oftentimes will send a check. You know.
Let me ask everybody, what does that say about their club, their organization?
Public spirit.
Community, public, exactly. Wonderful. Another example of a, yes?
We do Uller Fest. We don't do it every year, every couple of years. And the purpose of it is to increase club memberships, public awareness, solicit community donations. We also spread the proceeds between our race programs, our handicapped disabled program, alternate mobility. It involves partnerships with the National Ski Patrol, Mountain Search and Rescue, the curling club, all different facets of snow, winter sports. So it increases skier visits to the mountain.
Oh, very good. And where is that?
At Bogus Basin in Boise, Idaho.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Yes.
What is she, could you tell me more about ULA Festival? Is it a party or, you know, what does ULA mean?
Yes, it's a huge party. But we have put a twist on. Breckenridge does a huge weekly, you know, throughout the whole week of all kinds of activities. Ours is just one day, and we really put a twist on it. It's family oriented. It's all about families. We have family games, slalom course on the mountain, hide the Uller medallion on the mountain. They can bring it in for gift bags. We have a huge raffle. We have 39 raffle baskets. They were all valued at over $100 this year. We ring cowbells. We dress in Viking costumes. Huge publicity support from our local news media. So it begins early in the morning, goes all throughout the day. We have a bonfire where traditionally you can cast your old skis and snowboards and burn in the bonfire. It all started with a medallion I was given by a boyfriend about 45 years ago. And it's a little logo. We now use it as our brand for Ski Club of a little skier. And if you Google Uller, it's U-L-L-R.
Thank
He's
you.
the Scandinavian patron of God, winter, snow sports. And the theory is he is to protect you. We chant to Uller, and I got the first verses off the liquor bottle of Hood River's distilled peppermint cinnamon schnapps. I wrote the following verses. Anyway, we found it in the liquor store, and it had the same little type logo on it. So, and they're phasing that out now, but we're keeping Uller Fest. And so we chant to Uller in the fall at Oktoberfest and ask him for the blessing of snow. Then when he's skied around the world, blanketed the world with snow, we thank Uller by having a big party.
Wow.
So, and that is in usually January, February, and then he gives us more snow.
So Southern California, we know we need to be working on then.
So is this
Well,
something
and-
we can look forward to when we come to Boise next year?
I know, well, we do it in the winter, but we
Well,
could certainly
right.
do something.
Yeah.
We've even brought in
Yeah.
our Native American tribes to dance around the bonfire in the fall, and that helps.
Shall we
But
get
we
into-
really did family event and limited the alcohol. The road to Bogus is very curvy and steep. We limited, and it was a good thing. I really kept the liquor in the bars, the shot skis, kept it in the bars, and kept the family activities outside. And for the first time ever, we saw an Ada County and a Boise County sheriff kind of patrolling and going vendor booth to vendor booth, making sure we weren't handing out free liquor. We wristbanded everybody over 21, but we kept it very separate. Brought a lot of youth, a lot of snowboarders to the mountain, so it'll be bigger than ever. It really just snowballed out of control. I had over 60 volunteers helping, and it wasn't enough.
Wow.
So next time it'll be much larger.
Wonderful, very good. And I'm sorry, what club?
Castro Valley Ski Club in California.
Castro Valley, very good, very good. Wonderful. So you see again, the organ or the activities that you have can be an indication of your brand. So wonderful. Now it's time for an exercise. So I want, for those index cards, I'm going to give you a list of words, and I want you to write the words down that describe your organization or that relate to your organization. I want you to do that on the line side of the index card. Again, these are some different words that would relate to your organization. Adults, adventure, athletic, international, winter, family, travel, local. Oh, I'm sorry. I also want you to eliminate, we only want the most accurate, so 5 to 6 words. So, you know, you might have 20 by the time I write all these down. So you want to pick the top 5 to 6 words that I read. Okay.
Can you start over?
Certainly. Adults, adventure, athletic, international, winter, family, travel, local, youth, sports, worldwide, summer, people, health, at home, every day, personal.
What was that last one? Personal.
Personal. Everywhere. Develop. Fun. Community. Scholarships. Easy. Easy. Single. Fast.
What was that?
Fast. Speedy.
Not eating.
Snow sports. Athletes.
Athletic.
Athletic. There's a difference.
And convenient. Does anyone have less than 5 words on their paper still? Okay, let me read a couple more. One stop, party, experiences, I think those are the words that I had. Okay, so now what are we going to do with those words? Oh, I'm sorry. Does anybody have more than 5 or 6 words on their card? So you have to scratch some of those out.
I don't want to do that.
I understand. Scratch some of those out, otherwise your sentence is going to be really long.
Okay,
So,
I'll take my sentence.
You're gonna take the sentence? So, scratch out the ones, you want the top 5 or 6.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna make a brand statement with those 5 or 6 words. That brand statement is gonna go on the other side of your index card, and it's gonna say, our organization is committed to providing. That's what you're gonna start off with. Our organization is committed to providing. And then it's gonna be what? To whom? Then I'm gonna ask for volunteers to read their brand statement. Our organization is committed to providing. Now, it could be words that I didn't read. You know, you can make your own words and put your own words in there as well. Our organization is committed to providing what? To whom?